Okay, so I just came up with this idea, and I've seen it done a lot on YouTube, but mostly with parenting channels. But I thought it'd be cool if I did it with American Girl doll, with my American Girl doll collection. And I don't know, I think it'd be cool if maybe you guys try it too, so I could see some of your videos or whatever. And when you make them, you can comment and I'll watch them. So these are names that I picked up for my dolls at the time, that I loved at the time, but I don't care for now. First name on my list is Gabrielle. I loved that name at the time. It just sounded like it would fit her real good, but I mean, as time started to go, I started to drift more and more away from French-related names and French just about everything. It's just not my scene anymore. I liked it at the time, and now I'm just, nah. So, yeah, Gabrielle would be a name that I wouldn't choose now. And next one would be Jacqueline. For the same reason. I am not really into French names anymore. I used to be into like that theme of French names and French this and French that. But I'm really not into it anymore, and I knew someone who was French, and she was really rotten to me. And need I say more? No, because I'm not going there. So yeah, that's a lot of the reason why. But Jacqueline, it's just not fitting the vibe for that doll anymore. So with these names that I have named my dolls in the past, I think I will change these names to something else. Alright. Nadia. That's another name that I wouldn't choose. I do like the name, just not for the doll I chose it for. I don't know what was going through my head at the time. Why did I decide to name that doll Nadia? Because she really never really looked like a Nadia to me. I mean, I think I really wanted her name to be Nadia. But now it just never felt like it really fit her. So I will definitely be renaming that doll because she's just not a Nadia, if that makes sense. Kendall. I liked it at that time, and I knew of somebody who named their doll that, their American Girl that, and I was just kind of copycatting back then, and I didn't really like the name myself. I more or less just liked it because of the person who had it. But yeah, I would not pick that name for my doll. I like the name, just not for my doll. Cara. Okay, this is interesting, okay, because one of my bosses has that name. So right now I'm just finding it real awkward that I have a doll with the same name as my boss. So that one is definitely going to get crossed off the list, and that doll is going to totally get renamed. I think that's probably the first one to go and to get renamed, yes, because that is odd. And, I mean, this boss is nice, but she's just a very intimidating person, to me at least. So that's another reason why it feels especially awkward. Amelia. You know, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to fit the vibe anymore. I do still love the name, but it's just not connecting anymore. So, Karina. That name I picked only because because she's a bitty twin, and it went with Caden, the name Caden, which is what I picked up for her brother. So, I was I mean, sometimes I try to do that twin matchy thing, but I just don't feel like I should have done it then. Because they're a boy and a girl twin. It's kind of like a little bit much, in my opinion. And so things have changed since the time that I named that doll, and that one's definitely gonna go. So, Michaela. And Michaela's gonna go because that name is definitely gonna go because at the time when I named that doll that name, I liked this TV show, and as time went on, I just didn't like it anymore. I just not something I like to watch anymore. I liked it at the time, but I only liked the earlier seasons of that show. So I didn't know I wasn't going to like the later seasons until I got to the later seasons of that show. I don't like the entirety of that show. And I'm just like, you know what? But, I don't like the show. And I did at the time, but I don't now. So it's, yeah, I don't know. It's uncomfortable. So, and same thing with my doll Colleen. She was named after a character in that show as well. So, yeah. So those names are that reason. So, but that'll never happen with my doll Melissa, who I call Missy, and I named her after young children because I love young children. Oh my gosh, I just love, I'm obsessed with that show. And this new season is amazing. So, yeah, I'm so excited. It's awesome. Have we seen any of the episodes? Okay. Next one, Maegan. I wanted to kind of name her, I wanted to name her Maegan, but I thought, oh, how about Maegan? Like, it's different. It's a different take on Megan. But, like, why didn't I just go with Maegan? I wanted to name her Maegan. Why didn't I just name her Maegan? I think the thing is I was trying to be I was just being a little too creative at the time. And that was kind of what I was going for at the time. And now thinking back, I should have just gone with the name that I wanted to name her. So, gotta change her name to that. So, Mackenzie. I really liked that name at that time. I loved that name at that time. This was one of the names I really, really liked. But not so much anymore. I like the name, but I don't really, really like the name. So, I think it's cute. Kenzie is cute. But, it doesn't fit the doll that I chose it for. Rama. There's another one that I would not choose to name my doll. And Spencer is the last one. And I wrote down here, it's this. And yeah. So I just felt like it never fit him. So it's one of my Biddy twin boys, the Asian Biddy twin boy that I have in my collection. And so I got the name from a friend. And that friend, that was their last name. So they said if they have a son that they would like to have named that name, they would like to have used it for their son, and they said they would never do that because that'd be weird because it would be his first name and his last name. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I was really close to this person at that time, and so I just thought I would do it just because, I don't know. I liked the person. So, and it just felt like I was trying to force the name on that doll. because I did feel at the time, like when I did pick it up for the doll, it felt like it just wasn't clicking with me. Like that name just wasn't fitting that doll, you know? So that's another one. Gonna be getting renamed. And I will be renaming him Zachary. So that's awesome. I do like the name Spencer. I really like it a lot. Yep. But anyways, those are the dolls' names. Like, if you ever did this with your dolls, or feel this way about any of your dolls' names, you can make a video of this because I would love to see it. And if not, you know, just enjoy mine, I guess. Whatever. Or not. So, anyways, but I just thought this would be really cool to do because, you know, on those parenting channels on YouTube, the family vlogging, they're like, these are the names I loved but will not be using for my child, whatever. But I thought I would like to do an American Girl little spin on things, and yeah, and just sit here and talk with you and hang out and be casual with my dolls, Rachel and Taya. Yeah, so if you like these videos and you'd like me to do more of them, just thumbs it up. Bye.